Very good morning, dear kids. How are you all? I hope you all are doing good. So, in the last class, children, what are all the things we have studied? Can we recall once? So, now we are going to we are studying nutrition in animals. You all know the nutrition in animals chapter I am doing. So, in nutrition in animals, first we have learnt about different ways of taking food. So many types of animals. For example, human beings, animals, birds. These are all will take the food in a different way. For example, human beings we eat food like this. So some birds will eat the food with the help of their beak. Understood? So and some animals eat their food by mouth. So like this. And for example, honeybees will suck the nectar from the flower. So these are all the different ways of taking food we have learned in the previous class. And also, plants are the main source of all the living organisms. Understood, children? Plants plays a very important role in everyone's life. For example, we get food from plants. We human beings we get food from plant source or else animal sources. You all know the sources of food we have learned. Next, and some of the animals. Depending upon the food, the animals are divided into three types as I explained, children: carnivorous, herbivorous, carnivorous, and omnivorous. So carnivorous animals are those animals which depends upon other animal for food. Those are called as flesh-eating animals. Next, herbivorous animals are those animals which depend upon plants product for their food. These are called as herbivorous animals. Coming to the omnivorous animals, we human beings comes under omnivorous because we eat both the plant source and animal sources. Dog is also an omnivorous animal. So these are all we have studied in the previous class. Next, how plants prepare their own food. So we human beings and animals, we are not having the capacity to prepare our own food. We can cook the food and we can have, but plants are having the special features that is there. That's why the plants are called as what, children? Autotrophs. What are autotrophs? Auto is nothing but self. Trophs are nourishment, self-nourishment. Plants are having the capacity to nourish itself. That's why plants are called as what? Autotrophs. That's why plants are having the capacity to prepare their own food by using sunlight present in the atmosphere, green pigment present in the leaves, and minerals present in the soil, and carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere. The plants use all these ingredients and they prepare their own food. So the plants are plays an important or major role in everyone's life. And also I said about plants, without plants, all the other organisms are not getting food. Understood? This we have learned in the last class. Next, coming to the digestion, children, we have learned about digestion. So, digestion is nothing but breakdown of complex food substances into simpler substances. For example, first the digestion process starts in the mouth. We have learned in the last class this one. From mouth, we will chew the food with the help of the salivary juice present in the mouth. We will chew the food and it will swallow inside the body. So, this process is called as digestion. Digestion is nothing but breakdown of complex food substances into simpler substances are called as what? Digestion. So coming to the digestion, we have learned about digestion in human beings in the previous class. So where the digestion process starts, it starts from mouth. So mouth will chew the food and will swallow, and next it will enter into the food pipe, that is esophagus. Food pipe is also called as esophagus. From esophagus, the food will enter into the what? Stomach. In the stomach, the food enters into the small intestine, and in small intestine it will digest. The food will digest, and the waste products present in the small intestine it will send to the large intestine. So, through large intestine, through anus, the food particles means undigested food particles, or through urine, it will goes outside the body. This overall process is called digestion in human beings. Understood, children? This much you have understood. So today we are going to study about digestion in grass-eating animals. So you all know grass-eating animals. What are grass-eating animals? Which are the grass-eating animals you find in your locality, children? So cow, the main grass-eating animal is what, children? Cow, sheep. So here in this slide you observe some of the animals I have given. So goats, camels, sheep, cows, these are all called as what, children? Grass-eating animals. So today's class we are going to study about how the digestion process in grass-eating animals. So these grass-eating animals are also called as what, children? Ruminants. What we call? We call it as ruminants. We call it as ruminant. So what is this ruminants? The grass-eating, any of the various cut-chewing mammals. So observe that this one, children. So ruminant is nothing but any of the various cut-chewing mammals having a stomach divided into 4 compartments are called as ruminants. So mammals, you all know that what are mammals, children? The one animal, if they feed other animal, is called as mammals. So animals having the capacity to feed their what? Young ones, this called as mammals. So ruminant is nothing but some of the grass eating animals will feed their young ones, is called as ruminants. Or in the easy form you can say all the grass eating animals will comes under ruminants. Understood what are ruminants? Next slide. What is a ruminant animal? So what is ruminant animal? It is an animal, it is having the 4 compartments in their stomach. These 4 compartments, next I will say, children, which are those 4 compartments. First you observe this slide. What is a ruminant animal? If you ask for one more question, ruminant animal is an animal which is having it eats the grass and it is having a 4 compartment in its stomach, is called as ruminant animals. So it contains 4 chambers, what I said, children. Lumen, reticulum, omasum and obomasum. So these are the 4 what compartments present in the stomach of the grass-eating animals. So grass-eating animals, as you know that cattle, sheep, goats, cow, these are all called as grass-eating animals. So these animals will break down the food when the animals eat. So while eating, it will swallow the food, it will chew the food. So have you observed the cow, children? It always swallowing. If the food particles is not inside the mouth also, it will swallow. Like this swallowing, these type of animals, we call it as what, children? Ruminant animals. What is rumination? First slide I have showed you that. What is ruminant? Ruminant is nothing but any of the grass-eating animals or cut-chewing animals also, mammals we can call. So its stomach is divided into 4 compartments. These are called as ruminants. Understood, children, what is ruminant and what is ruminant animals? Next we shall move on to process of digestion in ruminant animals. So in the previous classes we have studied about process of digestion in human beings. It is a very easy process. From mouth it will start and it will enters into the food pipe, then it enters into the stomach, then small intestine. In small intestine the food will digest, then the undigested food will be sent to the large intestine through anus, through urine or fecus it will send out from our body. This is how the process of digestion takes place in the human beings. Coming to the process of digestion in ruminants. So ruminants, you all came to know that what are ruminants now. Cows and buffaloes are the major common examples for ruminants. So here you observe digestion in grass-eating animals. As I said, the stomach of the grass-eating animals are divided into 4 major parts. So observe this. This is called as 4 major parts present in the what? Ruminants. The first is rumen. Okay, R-U-M-E-N. Rumen. Next one is reticulum. Next is omasum. And the 4th is obomasum. Okay, so these are the 4 major parts. The stomach is divided into 4 compartments, children. So in the grass-eating animals. So how our heart is divided? In heart, the 4 chambers are present. Like that, the stomach of the grass-eating animals is divided into 4 chambers. One is rumen, reticulum, omasum and obomasum. So these are the 4 major parts present in the what? Ruminants. So here, see, and other than those 4 parts, children, esophagus is also present in the grass-eating animal. As in human beings also, esophagus is present. You all know that through esophagus, or we call it as food pipe. We call. So how the process of digestion takes place in the which one? Grass-eating animals. I am going to explain now. So these grass-eating animals eat the grass. So you all have observed the cows. It will always chew the food. So always swallowing, chewing the food. If the food particles are not present inside the mouth also, it will keep on chewing continuously. Continuously it will keep on chewing even when they are not eating. Understand? So this is the speciality of what children? Grass eating animals. So why? What is the reason behind this? Why the animals will chew the food always? If the food particles is not inside the mouth also, it will keep on chewing. What is the reason behind this, children? So the reason behind this is these animals quickly swallow the food when they eats the grass from the mouth. So quickly it will swallow inside the what? Esophagus. Esophagus is present. So and it is stored in a separate part of the stomach called as rumen. As I said, see, this is a rumen. Here green color. Here the grass is present. So what this one grass eating animals will do? First it will eat the grass. It will swallow. It will not keep this grass particles inside the mouth for a long period of time. So as quickly it will send it into the what, children? Rumen. Here you are observing the green color, that is called as grass present in the rumen. Understood. So in the rumen, the food get partially digested. So in human beings, where the food get digested, children, in the small intestine. Understood, children? So like that, in cows, in the rumen part, the food is partially digested in the stomach of this cow. So this is called as rumen. So that the rumen, it will present in the rumen part. Next, later the cud remains in the mouth in the small lumps of the animals and it will chew it. So after sending it into the rumen, so the small particles present inside the mouth of this one grass eating animals, that is called as, these are called as what, children? Cud we will call. The cud will remain inside the mouth of the grass eating animals. Cud remains to the mouth in the small lumps and the animal chew it. This process is called as what we call, children? Rumination. So these type of animals is called as ruminants. Understood, children? What is rumination? What is ruminant? First, the cow will eat the grass and it will not keep it for a long period of time. It will send it into the rumen. In rumen, partially digestion takes place and the cud remains in the mouth. Some particles remains in the mouth, that is called as cud. So the cud returns to the mouth in the small lumps and the animals chew it. Again it will chew it. This process is called as what, children? Rumination we will call. And these type of animals is called as ruminants. Understood this much, children? How it will, from mouth only the digestion process starts for grass eating animals also. But it will not keep it for a long period of time. It will send it into the rumen. In rumen, the partial digestion takes place in grass eating animals. So why this grass eating animals eats only the major grass? Because see this, observe this slide. Grass mainly contains cellulose. Cellulose is nothing but it is a type of a carbohydrate. Understood? So from grass, the grass eating animals or ruminants will get what? Energy, nutrients. It will get major nutrient from the grass. That's why it always eat the grass. So grass contains cellulose, children. It is a type of carbohydrates. So we human beings and other animals cannot digest this cellulose because we are not having the capacity to digest cellulose. Only these ruminants. Ruminants are nothing but grass eating animals having the capacity to digest the cellulose present. Cellulose are present in the grass. Why it is so? Why it is like the children? Why we cannot digest these cellulose substances? Only the grass-eating animals can digest the cellulose substances. The reason, only the ruminants having the capacity to digest the cellulose with the help of the microorganisms present in the stomach. See, children, here between the large intestine and the small intestine, there is a sac-like structure. Here in green arrow mark I have shown you. See here, between the small intestine and large intestine, there is a presence of a sac-like structure. So through that in that sac-like structure, there is a presence of microorganisms. Microorganisms are present in that sac, children. See, you observe this here. Yeah, this is called as there is a sac-like structure. Ruminants can digest cellulose with the help of microorganisms. With the help of microorganisms only, the ruminants are having the capacity to digest cellulose, not human beings. We human beings cannot digest cellulose. And also some of the other animals cannot digest this, cellulose. Only these grass-eating animals or ruminants having the capacity to digest this What? Cellulose. Ruminants have a, see, the cellulose of the food is digested in the large sac by the action of certain bacteria. See, observe this slide. Here, some bacteria are present in that sac. With the help of these bacteria, children, what these ruminants will do, the ruminants will absorb the cellulose inside the body. It is having the capacity to absorb that cellulose with the help of certain bacteria, microorganisms. You know now, microorganisms, some microorganisms are very harmful for human beings, and also some microorganisms were very useful for human beings. For example, milk is converted into curd. Yes or no, children? Milk is converted into curd. So with the help of some of the microorganisms, bacteria, the milk is converted into curd. So that is lactobacillus. One bacteria called as lactobacillus present in the milk. It is having the capacity to convert milk into curd. So that is called as useful bacteria. Some bacteria are useful for human beings, and some of the bacteria are harmful for human beings. So these bacteria present in the stomach of this ruminants, which helps the cellulose to digest. Understood, children? That's why the ruminants are having the capacity to digest cellulose present in the grass. This is how the digestion process takes place in what, children? Ruminants. Have you all understood, children? Once again, I'll repeat. So, only the grass-eating animals are called as what, children? Grass-eating animals which chew the cud, or it is a mammal, it is called as ruminant. Example for ruminants are sheep, cows, buffaloes, camels, etc. So what is a ruminant animal? It is having the 4 compartments in their stomach. How we are having 4 chambers in our heart, like that the grass-eating animals or ruminants having 4 compartments in their stomach. It contains rumen, reticulum, omasum and ovomasum. Understood, children? So these animals, for example, cattle, sheep, goats and chickens having these type of animals having their 4 chambers in their stomach. Understood? These they helps in breakdown of the food substances in their stomach. So how the process of digestion starts in this animal, children? First, it starts from mouth only. It will chew this grass, and it will chew it and it will send it into the rumen. In rumen, what happens? Partially the digestion takes place, and again the small particles present in the mouth, again it will chew. The animal will chew, and next it is send it into the, it will eat the grass, and the grass contains cellulose. Cellulose we cannot digest, children. We human beings cannot have, we are not having the capacity to digest cellulose, but these grass-eating animals having the capacity to digest cellulose. How it will digest means there is a presence of sac-like structure present in between the small intestine and the large intestine. With the help of in those sac-like structures, there is a presence of microorganisms. With the help of microorganisms, the grass-eating animal will digest the cellulose. Understood? This is how here the microorganisms are present. By the action of these microorganisms, the ruminants will digest the food. This is how the process of digestion takes place in ruminants or grass-eating animals. Understood, children? So, in today's class, we have learnt about digestion process in ruminants. What is rumination? What are ruminants? These are all the things we have studied in today's class. So, in next class, we are going to study about nutrition in amoeba. So, today we have learnt about nutrition in grass-eating animals. In the next class, we are going to study about nutrition in amoeba. Okay, children? So, you watch this video twice. Then, if any doubts means you can call me, or through WhatsApp you can ask questions. Understood, children? Please try to understand this video, and home assignments, you should do home assignments without mistakes, children. Because if you watch this video twice, you can write the home assignment without mistakes. Okay? Thank you, children.